Hey guys, good evening, welcome back. This is the day 3, day 4 update of my Minion Infernalist Summoner. And yeah, same as last time, I'm just gonna get you through some of my upgrades. I have basically been playing non-stop to an extent with a little bit of sleep. I took the week off from work, hence I can play a lot. Also, I will be making an actual sort of long form video, 0 to hero, like you are used to. But for now, I think just nice to be sort of able to follow along with the build. And you know, if you have any questions, also just put them in either of the videos. And maybe next episode I'll just pick out a few and get back to those. That could be interesting. All right, going over the build currently. Character overview. Level 95, which is really not bad, I think. That is quite a bit of a grind. Resistances looking pretty okay. 38 Chaos Res, I'm quite okay with that. I don't think you need 75 personally. And I'm running corrupted tier 15 maps. Sometimes tier 16 if they proc. And typically between 6 to 8 mods. And I will do a showcase at the end of the video. Quite some upgrades though. For example, my energy shield currently at 7.8k. I'm not sure what it was last video, but I think about 5,000 maybe. So 7.8k ES, quite significant for 73 spirit, not bad. It could be definitely more, but not bad. 39% block, also not bad, and even a little bit of armor, 34% it says. Now, I'm not sure if this in-game tooltip is accurate, but the block should be accurate. So 39 block is decent. Let's go over some of the gear, starting with the scepter. I have also a +3, which I spent most of the last 2 days with, but earlier today I found a +4 and managed to slam some spirit on it, and then also with the desecrated modifier get spirit as well. The rest of the mods are kind of okay, I suppose. There is some presence, but attack fire damage does nothing. 15 all rest for the minions is good, of course. And a little bit of regen does nothing. So, but the most important parts are here, right? A bunch of spirits, level 4 minions, that is great. Helmet, this might be a new one. It is pure energy shield now, +2 minions, and then some res, some energy shield. That's great. The solar amulet with spirit and also +2 to level of all minions. I made this using basically all the chaos orbs that I had. So I had a rare with 3 rare modifiers, right? 3 affixes, a rare item. And then I just spam chaos orbs until I hit the +2 minions. Or ideally you hit +3, but that's super rare, I think. So +2 minions, and then the rest I just crafted up. Hit it with a desecrated mod as well. Minions deal 20% increased damage if you've hit recently. So that's how I got this thing. The chest is the same, I think, as last time. I've put in a Crazian's Rune of Warding, so reduced effective curses. My shield has another 26, so I have 76% reduced effective curses, which is quite nice. And then some strength, because I need some additional strength. I have 2 Venter's Gambles. I am using actually all my divine orbs on these things. And this one is super nice, right? All positive rolls. Like look at the rolls on this thing. This is insane. Except the life, but I don't care too much about life. 19 spirit and almost perfect resistances. It is insane, right? And this one is also really not too bad, I would say. At least positive resistances, some spirit, some life, increased rarity. Quite nice. I think my total rarity is around 100% maybe, so that kind of helps as well. The gloves might be new, I don't know, but they're not good still, right? I can get much better gloves, I think, with at least twice the energy shield on it. But it's got some chaos res, which is the main nice thing, and again, some rarity. And this one I got from the King in the Mists boss fight. Ingenuity, also decent roll, right? A max roll on the right ring and a close to, well, a decent roll, 26% on the left. Maybe I should actually change these things now that I think about it. I kind of should, I think. Because then I would have more spirit. Possibly a little bit more spirit and resistances. So you can see that go up. But yeah, ingenuity, cool belt. Clearly you don't need it. But you know, I found it, so I might as well use it. And then the boots, I have now 35% movement speed boots, which I'm quite happy with. And then some resistances again, Gale's Res. And I desecrated another armor and energy shield mod. The flasks haven't changed, I don't think. I did get some unique ones. So staunching against bleeding, then a thawing, and also a silver against slow, and I get onslaught whenever I'm slowed. So that is quite nice while mapping. The shield, decent block, right? 32 block on the shield alone. Also very decent defenses. 770 armor, 221 energy shield. That's actually quite good, I think. I corrupted it, right, with a Vaal Orb, so it hit the 23% armor and energy shield. I put an additional rune in there, an iron rune in there. You can have a better shield than this, I'm sure, but overall the mods are pretty good, I would say. So again, quite happy with this. In terms of the passive tree, I ascended one last time, so that means I also have Beda's Hand. So that means I have 1 ES per 8 maximum life. So that's just a bunch of flat ES, which then gets scaled by all of the different energy shield modifier nodes. And now that I'm 95, I have basically more passive points than I have in my guide. So I just took another 12% minion damage here and another 10% minion damage somewhere else, which really doesn't make too much sense, but let's see, it's somewhere at, oh here, see, here I took another 10%. I think if I have a little bit more, I might just go into the attack and cast speed. I think 10% attack and cast speed is probably better than just 10% minion damage. You could argue going, you know, into crit perhaps, but I don't think they crit a whole lot, so I don't think this is worth it. I find it hard to calculate these things in PoE as well. Also, it really doesn't matter all that much, I feel. Otherwise, passive is the same. Then the Atlas passive, it's getting there, as you can see, right? Almost 4 days in. I have unlocked, how many points? 239 out of 311. But I've unlocked most of the points that I want, I would say. So all of the stuff in the middle and all of the extra tablets and whatnot. And now I'm just like filling up some of the gaps. So some spirits here. And then whenever I do a map in the city center, I get another point. And then there's that. And I think I will be pathing towards another Patriarch and Matriarch, kill the boss one more time, and then just call it a day. You can clearly see what I've been focusing on. So this is Ritual, right? I really like Ritual, so I did all of that, and I really like Abyss. So I have also all of the Abyss modifiers, and then I really don't like Delirium, as you can tell, because I got no points in there. Breach, some points, and also 0 points in Vaal Temple, because last league we did the Vaal Temple, right? Because yeah, I'm just kind of down to try some new things. I will say though, I will probably pick this back up because you can get some good stuff in here for solo self-hunt, such as the double corrupts. I'm kind of looking forward to that. But yeah, that is that. Then the skills. I got the Hound. I don't think many things changed here. But I found more and more 6-links. So I have put on more and more 6-links. For example, rapid casting on the weakness, minion mastery, on pain offering. I have more 6-link if I wanted, so I could do another 6-link for Frostbomb. That's Convalescence is a 6-link, but I'm not even filling up for some reason. So there are things, you know, because when I have some additional spirit, I just make that work most of the time. But that's a little bit what it looks like. A cleric, a sniper. I think there is actually one thing I can do, because I have crafted myself some boots here. See? These boots will get me another 14 spirit, which is just not enough. I think I'm off by 1 spirit then. With 26 spirit, no, actually, I might actually be good. Let's see. Resistances. Resistance is still okay. Now, Chaos Res is 18%, so you do miss out. And also you miss out a little bit on movement speed, but you get 26 spirit, right? Which is, in fact, a Skeletal Reaver, right? So we can quickly, just for the video's sake, put in some stuff for the Reaver. I think I found some of these as well at this point, but I don't think it matters. Let's just do a 5-link Reaver, because it's just another minion, so it's good for muster. So that's one thing he will get, right? He will get rage for sure. He will get, I think, minion mastery. Oh, I can't. Wait. On the Reaver, right? Minion mastery. He will get a splash, right? Minion splash. And he will get muster then, I think. There we go. You could 6-link this guy, and I probably should, but I literally just did this. So, yeah, let's see. I don't think DPS-wise it's going to be too significant, but it should be okay. Shall I quickly go over? So, Loyalty, Hulking, Minion Mastery, Last Cast, Meat Shield. No changes there. Also here, Sacrificial Lamb, Essence Harvest. Like, if you sacrifice these guys, you get a bit of mana. Hulking minions, because they have no cost anyway. So, my 2 guys over here are huge, right? I think it's kind of funny. And Death March, healing the rest if they die. The Spectres, no changes, right? Muster, Acceleration, Pierce, Wild Charge, Feeding Frenzy. Unearth, Feeding Frenzy, Prolonged Duration, Mobility. I think this really helps in mapping. Heft and Armor Break, I think quite good for mapping. Minion Mastery for the Pain Offering, Meat Shield, Efficiency, Prolonged Duration, Dance Macabre. And then the weakness, Heightened Curse, Magnified Area, Efficiency, Prolonged Duration, and Rapid Casting. The Reaver you just saw, the Frostbomb, Exposure, Arcane Surge, Rapid Casting, and Magnified Area. The Arcane Surge is, you know, you don't need this, I think, but fine. And then Convalescence, Recovery, which is quite nice. Prolonged Duration, Second Wind, giving you 2 charges, right? When you enter maps, is quite nice. And then Efficiency, I should probably put a Thorth in here, but it's fine. And then the Cleric, Rapid Casting, Last Caps, Meat Shield, Minion Mastery, and the Sniper, Maim, Culling, Blind, and Gamble Shot, because I'm running out of green gems, right? Otherwise it would be multi-shot, but now it's Gamble Shot, which works fine as well. Alright, anything else? Let me do a quick check. I always check the menus. I don't think so. I think we're good. I think I covered pretty much everything. It's time for a little showcase. And I thought of this map, Crypt. Good map. I'm running 3 Abyss tablets. I don't roll for these. I just like make them rare. I just slam them with an alchemy orb over here. And then run 3 at the same time. Is this optimal? Probably not, right? Probably not. But this is how I do this. So it's a 6-mod map. Also 1 portal. I really don't die a whole lot. You can tell by, you know, me being 95. These are all the modifiers on this bad boy. So that is crazy, right? But should be fun. Now let's see. Let's see. So yeah, it's the whole army. The army consists then of a Hellhound, 2 of the Skeletal Warriors. Let's just get started as well. Right, 2 Skeletal Warriors of the from the Scepter. I have a Cleric. I have a Sniper. He's standing back there, and now I will have a Reaver somewhere in there currently. And yeah, I just move around, hit some people, and you know, I just click things, and at some point everything is dead. And it may take a little while. Sometimes it takes a little while, right? Abyss is Abyss is one of those things. It's a relatively dangerous mechanic, and these wasps for some reason are really quite dangerous as well. But for the most part, I think we're good. So let's see. Got another wave of wasps. I just cursed the ground. I put down my frost bomb, and then I just kind of circle around the wasp a little bit. And I mainly, when I'm playing this, I just watch my own health bar. I don't really watch what happens, sort of like, to the game too much, because I'm trying to figure out if my actual life bar doesn't drop, because some damage, right, bypasses my energy shield, and when it does, that is clearly very painful, right? So that's one of the main things that I am checking. So let's go over here. So I think to some people this build may be perhaps too slow, right? When you play like this, but it's very cozy, honestly. Like you don't really have to do a whole lot. You can just sit back a little. You can hear me blocking, basically, right there. Right? I'm just like constantly blocking. It happens a lot. I have a little bit of life gain on block as well. So there's that. And then for a map like this, which just has a boatload of abyss, it's completely fine. It's quite safe, and you can just lean back a little bit, have your powered zealots like power through the whole thing. You can click some mechanics, right? Pick up some loot, and you just gotta be careful a little bit when you're going in sort of head first. That is not always the way to go, I will say. And sometimes like you gotta figure out how to kill these guys, which can be a thing. Yeah, that really hurts, right? Some of the abyss monsters are invisible or invincible for some time. I don't always know like why and how. See, this guy just doesn't want to die, but okay. But now that it's all upgraded, it's pretty lucrative as well. Like you get a lot of currency with about 200 points in the Atlas tree, and then a full points in the Abyss tree. Like I really don't have to worry about currency at all anymore, which is great. So the only thing I really care about here is like staying alive, because I know these guys are gonna kill everything, at least ultimately, right? Now you can try and get that guy out of his own created cyclone, and he will drop way better loot, but yeah, right now no need for that, right? Yeah, and for the most part it is just this. Not too fast. Now I don't have 35% also anymore, only 30, right? Because of the extra spirit. But a lot of damage from coming from this. And you could argue that maybe I should drop 2 minions and get another Spectre. I think there are several ways to just like play this build. I think it's all fine. But mostly the build plays like this. If you don't have Abyss, you can just like walk around and everything will die around you, because the reach of the zealots is so large, right? Of course, if you do Abyss, then yeah, there's that. Now here's the boss. Now watch the damage. Now, that was 4.1 million in what? 3-4 seconds, 2-3 seconds. So yeah, it's a little over a million DPS, and of course very safe, right? I don't really have to do much. All I did there is curse, right? So I throw out a curse and I drop a frost bomb for a little bit of exposure, and that is typically it. I also really like strong boxes. I just throw alchemy orbs on these things for now. right? Alchemy and go. I accidentally clicked that. But for the most part, alchemy and go. You know, you might get something nice, like an Arakaali's Lust out of it. And then it's back to a little bit more Abyss. So I'll just finish the map, thinking about if there's anything else that I want to specifically mention. I just want to give you, again, a bit of an... Well, I think a fair outlook, right, about what this build is and can be. Sometimes it doesn't open, not sure why. I probably missed one minion over there. I'm not gonna bother about that. And if you would do other mechanics, for example in Ritual, this build is excellent in Ritual as well, because as you can see, right, all of the sparks from the powered zealots, they will stay in the Ritual and they will just demolish like the whole Ritual. You don't really have to do much. And because I'm relatively tanky, like I got a decent energy shield pool, right? 8.6k apparently. Is that because of these boots? Yeah, probably. 8.6k. I don't have to worry too much, right, about like getting hit and whatnot. So you can take a hit, you have convalescence in case you do get hit, right? Then you can press convalescence and you will get your energy shield back. And the block really helps. I think doing this with a focus, I don't think you should, honestly. I think block is a much better idea. Here, so here I'm a little low, I just press convalescence and energy shield starts recharging. And that's it. That's the whole map. And I would say this is quite indicative of the map. So not super fast in terms of clear speed, but definitely fast in terms of how quickly you can kill bosses. And if you do pinnacle bosses and whatnot, this is exactly the same, right? So all of the pinnacle content is a piece of cake, honestly, with this so far. Yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to let you know. Again, I think if you have any questions or something, put them in the comments, and I'll pick out a few, write them down, and I come back to you with that. So, with that said, hope you're having a great league start as well. I'm having a very good time so far. I'm really enjoying it as well. I will be making actual scripted videos, of course, for you guys. But right now, I just enjoy playing and happy to take a little bit of time away from that to make some content. But yeah, if I were to make a scripted video, I could not play for half a day, right? So I don't want to do that. I want to play the game now that I'm off and whatnot, and I have the time. Hence why. But you know, I will also return with scripted content. No need to worry. So, guys, last time. Hope you enjoy, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.